Another good day of football, man. Preseason's back. I know you're excited about
Excited.
that.
Hey man, excited is an understatement, brother. Excited is an understatement. My squad, we looked pretty good yesterday. We had some troubles early.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, got out of the game. Might have a little depth. The second and third unit, or the third unit mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got us back in the game. Sam Howell looked pretty good from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, like it appears as though we're trending in the right direction. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Before we get into it, man, let's pay the bills. Episode 26.
Yes, sir.
26 under the belt, man. Appreciate um Appliance Medic. As always. Get your AC unit, heating unit checked. Download them on Android, iPhone. Phase Consulting Partners. Also, thank you as well to them. You have any small business, any size business. If you have any portfolio management, learning development needs, be sure to get them on Android and iPhone as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
What you got for number 26, man?
Ooh, that's a tough call right there. Thinking Rod Stewart.
I got two.
What you got?
AP,
I thought he was 28.
26. Adrian Peterson. Oh, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. He was 26 at the Redskins, though.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, his glory years, he was 28 Minnesota.
All right, I got another. Rod Woodson.
Yeah, yeah. I went there too.
Who ride
Uh,
that?
you can ride with that.
We go baseball too, weight box and all that,
Oh, you going back? Ooh, you show you trips around the moon on that one.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
One of trips around the moon right there.
So, who caught your eye so far, man? What stuck out to you so far this first week of preseason?
So it's hard for me to. I'll be realistic, man. I can't just watch football. Be watching football.
I'm with you.
But
Yeah,
once the starters exit the field, I kind of, all right. I'm just waiting on a big play at that point.
yeah, I'm with you.
I did watch. Now, obviously, when we played the Panthers, I watched that whole game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was in scouting mode myself, so that was pretty good. Our running back, Alabama, played well.
Yeah, that's what you was telling me. Like I said, unfortunately I missed the first half. I was on the lake with the family and all that, but I did catch a little bit of the second half. And you gave me an update on the kid from Alabama. Said Wentz played okay. Unfortunately, Gibson fumbled the ball, but I think the biggest leap that we have to take, obviously, that quarterback position, and I think the running back position was okay last year. We had possession, but I think that defense gotta take the next step.
Right, and I want to say, so we got down 14, right?
Mhm.
And one of our DBs probably on the bubble at this point, but he had a big hit,
Mhm.
right? And so from that point on, it kind of changed how we played.
Right.
After that, our offense came in and went back to back touchdown, right? Shout out to Sam Howell, we running touchdown play, but defensively, and then was another DB. He was like dialed in when it comes
Yeah.
back making hit. He had a couple big hits too. So there was some aggression there. There was some fight in our defense. We may have been lacking last year. I mean, the promise is there. Obviously we can put it together and get a win. But this preseason, man, we fought back, went for two, took the lead. Obviously, during the regular season, the end of that game would play out a little differently.
Right.
But it's preseason. You want to see what your players can do, so you let them go out there and do it. And yeah, we lost the nail biter, but it was good for the fans. I'm pretty sure that was good for those that was in the building.
Oh yeah.
They enjoyed it. So
Yeah. Staying in the division, Giants. Daniel Jones looked like Daniel Jones. It was good
mm-hmm.
to see Saquon Barkley back though, healthy, seemingly. He looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Giants looked okay from what I saw. I know everything's pretty much vanilla at this point, but they look okay. Eagles. I mean, they're holding true to my prediction, whatever you want to call it. I think they're going to win the division this year.
I'm
Jalen
happy.
Hurts, like he took a step. I looked at the Cowboys. Cowboys, again, take into account everything's vanilla. They look like a run heavy offense, like the days when Emmett was there. Like they want to establish that run and play off of that and throw the ball as opposed to trying to be the most prolific offense in the league, throwing the ball however many times a game and how many yards. But that's the thing that caught my eye. Just in that division, I did like Malik Willis. I don't know if you saw him in Tennessee. Man, that kid, he looked really good. Um, Pickett looked good from Pittsburgh.
Mm.
Uh,
So let's get back real quick because you throwing this out there as
mhm.
you sit your Redskin gear or your Commanders gear about to think about the Eagles, man.
Uh,
Flexes my soul.
yeah,
Have a fan like betting against us.
yeah,
I
I'm with you. I'm with you.
understand how the water speaks to you sometimes.
Hmm.
Um, and then talking about the Cowboys, right? So I went to get my car service at the dealership. And, maintenance service tech there with the maintenance. He's a Cowboy fan, so me and him always chop it up whenever I come in.
Right.
He was telling me he had been watching. He's a fan of the Cowboys, so he had a little more insight. We've been watching the little training camp channel and all that kind of stuff. He was like, maybe the year for Pollard to overtake Zeke, right? He was saying that Pollard looked better um, on the field than Zeke did.
Hmm.
Obviously, Zeke's not getting out of reps. He's won, right? But still,
Yep.
when you the mileage on Zeke and how much he carried the team early during the season,
Yep.
as a fan, he was saying it looked to him as though Zeke's wearing down, and you might see a lot more Pollard going forward. Which I mean, it makes sense because the running backs like shelf life is not very long. So
Yeah.
Zeke's on the back end of that, man.
Pollard spoke. He spoke on this, by the way.
Huh?
Pollard. He spoke on this very thing you're talking about, and
I bet.
he said for himself. He said, "Look, um, a lot of people looking at it from a non-football way, and the football way is teams are scheming for Zeke,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you are the guy that's being spelled in and you're coming in, it's a little bit looser for you. So
Mm-hmm.
that average yards carry per carry will tend to go down a little bit when you become the primary guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see what that like. We may see it here soon. You never know. That Pollard overtakes it, then we'll see what that looks like. And if he keeps up at that same, then even he's wrong about it himself, right? But it's going to be interesting to see if that happens. I don't know, but then you got expensive second string running back sitting on the bench, getting less carries, less touches. That'd be interesting.
Got to give him his touches, man. You paying him? That's
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
Gotta let him do his thing. But yeah, man, it's always exciting to have football back and to have it back to the first week of February is great.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
every weekend, I'm Sunday ticket and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm here for all that.
You see that it's a meme going around about football rules and all this kind of stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
It was like rule number one: if someone is hurt or injured, in the case of emergency, dial 911. Don't call me.
That's accurate.
Right. Don't call me. Right between the hours of 1 and 9 or 10 on Sunday.
Yeah,
Don't call me. If you text, it better be say that I see that. Because
yeah.
anything else, you might not get a response.
This is around that time when you start getting invited to different functions. You start looking like,
Yeah. I told Brittany today, man. She was like, "You watch football today?" I'm like, "Nah, I said we played yesterday, so I'm cool.
right.
You got something you want to do? That's one. We're gonna do that."
You
But
feel
when September 11th hit, regular season kickoff,
got
might be. So,
things to talk about.
yeah, we can get out on Saturday. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey,
So
man, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. You see Trey Lance?
I did. He looked pretty good, man.
Look pretty good. Garoppolo sitting over there looking like a shiny Corvette in the garage.
Wait, ready to get pulled off that one time. He gonna I understand the need to move him, right? It's so hard, man, because everybody understands what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's that win you the game. He gonna win you some games, guys. But
Just saying, I was waiting.
he ain't gonna win you the big ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we trying
yeah,
to win the big ones. Man. So
yeah. I mean, I thought when I saw, I'm gonna draw a blank on his name, the kid, Zach Wilson. When I saw him go down with a non-contact injury, it turned out to be not too serious. It said a couple weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. I thought that was going to be the likely scenario for him to go there, but I don't know. But then now, I think personally, I think they're holding out. The Browns are holding out until they figure out what's going on with this situation with Deshaun. I
mhm.
think he could end up there.
And Cleveland.
Yep.
Mm. So let's talk about this game. Let's talk
Hmm.
about this thing. And you were right about this whole they're going to appeal, the NFL to appeal,
Yep.
which like, I don't understand the appeal process, but I understand the CBA agreed to it. Like
Hmm.
the players union agreed to it, right?
Yep.
However, you appointed the NFL now has appointed the special prosecutor, or they appointed her job,
Hmm.
which was that's the situation and some of the recommendation, right? She did all that, and she says this game. Now, how do you, as the NFL, who put her in a position to make this decision, then come back behind her and say, "No, we don't like that. Let's do something."
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I have an
Like,
answer.
I don't like. Please enlighten me and the rest of us.
So
It's counterproductive in my view.
yeah, if you first of all, I agree with you, but I'm gonna give you the reasoning from the NFL side of the table. If you read what she said in her reasoning, she basically put the NFL on front where they got to respond to the sponsors and be like, "What do you do now?" You just go back and read carefully what she said in her reply. She basically said in her investigation and her observance of the evidence, I think it was only 4 incidents turned over out of all the cases that we're talking about. It was only 4. Of those
Mm-hmm.
4, she did found that there was some act there, but she couldn't justify a lengthier suspension because of the NFL's response to other cases like owners and other egregious cases that have happened in terms of this would be an unprecedented suspension that would go beyond that based on NFL's past reactions. So
Mm-hmm.
now this is the back channel conversation that we don't see. Whoever the largest, I don't know, revenue wise, whoever the largest sponsors there are at the NFL, I'm sure they've been on the phone talking to Goodell and like, look, and the owners individually, look, we don't like this. Our fans, this, and that. That's the move that the NFL is making.
So we talking money.
Oh, absolutely. It's always going to be that.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is where, as a fan, it gets so frustrating.
Hmm.
Like, gave this woman her job, and she has a valid point, right? You guys have washed some of this stuff under the rug,
Hmm.
right? When it comes to owners and their misconduct, right? But then you want to throw the book at the player, right? Who hasn't been found guilty of anything criminally.
Right.
So what are we doing?
I agree. I agree. My only thing is, I think maybe if she didn't do the drop the mic statement on it and put NFL on Front Street and make them respond that way, maybe we're not in this case where they would have to take this position. Just I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. That was my thought when I read it. And again, you got to read it with an open mind in terms of and look closely at what she's saying. She used like a lot of code switching there where you can't really you don't realize she's taking a shot at the NFL, but then you're like, oh, okay, I see what she's saying now. When you
And that's the
read,
part. That's the nuanced part of it, man. Like,
yeah,
I'm still trying to figure out what the dude did wrong. I'm 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 still there with this whole situation. So the NFL saying we're gonna suspend the guy for flirting. Okay.
yeah. I'm like UX, and it was like again, and this is not me speaking at you, but it's me. I thought the laws in terms of what we're talking about here, in terms of the criminal offense, is either it's black and white. Did he forcefully do this or not? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was that, but
Right.
apparently the criminal offense that we're talking here is a little bit more grayer than that, and that's lack of knowledge on my part. And I'm speaking independently for me. Like whereas like I thought it was like you said, it's either flirting or he did something wrong. But apparently there's some there's some nuances in there that's that I'm not aware of.
I mean, I'm not aware of it either. Clearly, I don't understand. I really don't. Like, I just don't get it. And the rules of the game, like you said, have changed tremendously. And unfortunately, he's finding out. He's finding out in this manner, right? Like,
Yeah,
because I mean, like you said, when it comes to like if he did something criminal, got it. Like, absolutely,
yeah.
he deserves whatever comes with that
Mm-hmm.
as a criminal, right? But non-criminal offense, like what do we play?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, and I don't want to. Like, I'm not. This subject is tough, right? It's
mhm.
a tough subject, and it's hard to, to articulate without offending someone,
Yeah.
right? Or somebody on the fence.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, I just can't, man. I don't know. Like at this point, I'm not in the room, so I don't have a voice so per se. So it's hard for me to understand what our process is and why, right? I understand this when there's money involved, you're gonna have some various activities. So
Yeah. There's two
where we
ways.
are.
Yeah, and there's two ways I'm looking at this going forward. There's one is what hasn't been discussed is the language that's in his current contract with the Browns. Is there anything in there that says that if he's suspended a year plus, does that back something out of his contract? That part I don't know. I'm not aware of yet. I've been looking for the contract to see if I can see what the writer language says in there. And then the other part to that is too that I've been thinking about is like, man, we're talking about 3 years out the league, X.
Yeah, the dude came on and apologized, man, and was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry for whatever I did, for my role in the situation, blah 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 blah." Right, and I'm okay with I think 8 games what he volunteered,
Yeah,
trying to mediate also, like
the NFL wanted they want 17, and then before it went to the arbitrator, what they had negotiated and try to meet down the middle, they try to say, which is really not down the middle, but they try to say they initially said 17, then they try to say okay, 12, and then that's where Deshaun's camp Browns are like, nope, we don't want that. That's where it went to arbiter. Then it got down to 6. So that's where they were at. Um, and again, like I don't know what this looks like for him beyond a year. I mean, we're talking about 3 years out in the most important position in the game. 3 years?
they showed too. This preseason debut was not great.
It's not great at all.
It showed. Oh, he was rusty.
And you know, we know I've seen him play Clemson. I saw him play in the NFL. You know, when he was in Houston and everything. But he doesn't strike me as a guy where his confidence is rattled.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a whole different set of circumstances where you're being accused in the likes of not saying, but in the realm of like an R. Kelly or anybody else that has committed acts against women, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
go into every away stadium, probably every store he goes into, anywhere. He's got people yelling things at him. That's a different level of confidence you got to have.
Like that's the perception, right? Acts against women. That's the perception that he's gonna have to deal with, and that's be the narrative around him after a while,
Good word,
right? But
perception. You gotta like it.
yeah,
Yeah,
those words are going to be around him for a while. Acts against him,
yeah,
right? However, what I mean, like at this point, I want to know what he did.
yeah.
I
I'm
want
with
to
you.
know.
I'm
I
with you.
want to because from the outside looking in, right? And obviously, I don't have the court documents in front of me. I don't understand. I don't have I wasn't in the room,
Yeah,
but at some point. right? And we just guessing. Like he reached out to these women for a massage, whatever that. First up a conversation, social media. One thing led to another, right? And then at some point, there was a mutual agreement to be in the same room for a massage,
Yeah.
right? That mutual agreement,
Mm.
right? Both parties said, okay, to whatever was discussed,
Yep.
right? And then we get into a room, right? And then that. And then whatever happened in that room is the part that I don't understand. Like, I don't know what happened to get it to this level.
Yeah, and what you're saying, are we talking about a Kobe situation or something else? I hate to use Kobe as an example, but are we talking about a Kobe situation in Colorado where she accused him of? It was very clear what she accused him of. It was very clear. It's very clear what the woman accused Big Ben of. It was very clear. This one's a little bit different.
The difference in this one is it's a different accusation, right? Because he's not being accused of rape.
That's what I'm saying. What I spelled out, I just didn't use the word, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. So that's where the confusion comes in at. He's not being accused of rape.
Yeah, which
What,
is which. X, think about it. Of any situation, obviously, we're not putting ourselves in that situation, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But think about how scary that is for for men that are putting themselves in that situation where just think about it. That's all I'm saying. We know how scary the rape side of it is, but I'm talking about this part that Deshaun is in. Think about how scary that is.
I mean, like, yes, literally. That's what I'm getting at, right? So at what point do we get to a stage in society or in life where an athlete of Deshaun's stature,
Yep.
single or otherwise,
Yep.
right, can no longer flirt,
Right.
engage a woman in that kind of manner, right? Hey, I think you're attractive. I want to get to know you. Whatever that looks like, right? Whatever he said or did, however that, whatever that gets into, right? And then you guys get physical, it don't work out, and then
Yeah.
they come back at this is what it is. This is what happened. I didn't agree to this, and I didn't agree to that, and here we are.
Yep. And I want to clear this up for any females looking at this. We are speaking about this from both sides of the fence. We're not just sitting here saying that we're looking at the man aspect of it. We're speaking from a standpoint of where there's a gray area and as it relates to men. And we know how this case, when it goes in the courtroom, a lot of men don't come out of that courtroom unscathed, whether they get off or not. True or not, it's a scary situation. That's where we're speaking from. We're not pointing the finger on either side.
Absolutely. Like I said, I don't have I don't know all the details, so I really can't speak. And I don't want to blame the victim, right? That's not my intent at all. That's not our intent. Like we're just having a conversation. We're trying to understand
Yep.
to the best of our ability without being in the courtroom or being present, right? I'm a fan, man, and I want to see the dude play football, right? And he done went through all the arbitration. He done went through depositions. He done went through like police have been investigated. Like he done went through all this, man.
Yeah.
And we are now at a point where he was not found of anything criminally,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I understand that he has settled all these cases in civil court. I get that. The burden of proof is a little different. So,
Mm-hmm.
cool. But now to be just dragging this on, man, to be fighting a suspension, like, come on. Like, does it ever end? Right? When does it end?
Yeah.
Because like you said, he's got to carry this rest of his life.
He will. Yeah. To give you an example of this, I'm talking about carrying the rest of your life. Um, you and I both agree Cam Newton has never committed any criminal act throughout the 10 year his career as a Carolina Panther or Patriot or whoever. Just in his NFL career, never committed a criminal act, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when he played at Florida behind Tebow, there was an accusation that he stole a laptop, and he was kicked out of Florida Went to I think Abilene College or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, undefeated record. Came to Auburn, undefeated record. Won the national championship. Heisman. Rest is history.
Mhm.
I won't mention a name, but in our fans pub group, anytime we mention Cam Newton, there's a certain individual in that group. Out of all the things Cam has done, all the great things Cam has done for this community,
Mhm.
college drives, scholarships, Thanksgiving, Christmas. He's done a lot of stuff for unfortunate families and all that stuff. That is the one thing that this gentleman brings up every single time we mention Cam Newton is he stole laptops as the reason why he doesn't like him. That he stole one laptop. So things like this for certain people will follow you, whether you did something right or wrong, or how small it is, it will follow you, and that's unfortunate. I mean, but it's like again, that's why this is so critical for them to get this right and the facts to come out and all this stuff. But unfortunately, the facts are never going to come out because it's always going to be a he said, she said situation, and then people are going to make their interpretation in between.
Right.
So more to come on that, man. Hopefully, I saw the gentleman. He's a brother that supposedly this case is in his hands now. I don't know the background, his connection to the NFL. I think he's former New Jersey AG or something like that. I think.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't tune out anything that got to do with this time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
So,
I just want to. I
so
just want to go on and get football.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Transition to some football. The reason why I'm wearing this. So, Sean Taylor, to me, the great Sean Taylor. I
Mm-hmm.
saw somebody posted in Redskins forum on Facebook. Yeah, yeah, that guy. And I think it was his birthday just passed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They were honoring him on his birthday. They posted a picture of him and said, wishing the late great Sean Taylor happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody commented the very first comment right below. Happy birthday to him. I wouldn't call him a great Redskin. He was a good player with good talent. Wasn't a great player, and he caused way too many 15-yard penalties. What say you, sir?
Fortunately, man, the internet's a place where people can do stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and so when I see that kind of stuff, I usually don't respond to it. I try not to give even that energy any kind of life in my being. So I mean, that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Like you said to you, right? And that's your opinion. You can have that. Great. The dude's on my wall, so
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
means something. He means something to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, that's their opinion. They entitled to it. I
I,
don't feel that way.
yeah.
So
I followed this guy day one. Obviously, I'm a Florida State Seminole guy. He's a Miami guy. He played on the opposite end of the ball. The team I root for. And listen, I love the dude. I didn't care he wore Miami Hurricane jersey. The dude, it was a man.
I love football players.
Super talented.
Mm-hmm.
And not only just super talented, delivered on the field aggressively.
Watch the highlight tape.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Even in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, we gotta play football, dog. This ain't no vacation.
Right.
I mean, it's vacation off the field, but on the field, it's football game.
Hey.
If that punter up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, that all that's on the film, man.
Hey man, it's a Hall of Fame quarterback out there that said pre-snap, I saw cover two. Right? Sean Taylor's on one side of the field, and I forgot who the other safety was on the other side. I got a deep route on the opposite side away from Sean Taylor. This dude looks back, looks right at Sean Taylor, throws the ball. Like he looks at Sean Taylor, keeps Sean Taylor over on the right sideline.
Trying to look him on.
I look him all best he could, man. The dude, and then just snap to the left and threw the ball. Sean Taylor came from the right sideline, crossed the field to the left,
Yeah, man.
and still got an interception. Like, come on, man.
That right there. That's great right there. I mean, you can't just no average dude can come in the league and make that play.
No, man, you're not. No, but not even a little bit. Man, that's a lot of ground to cover, and Quarterback said, "Man, that dude covered so much ground. It was ridiculous. What a pick. Thank you. I'll take that."
Yeah,
That's the kind of player Sean Taylor was.
I'm with you on that, man. So yeah, so that I wanted to bring that into this, man, because I knew you'd be interested in hearing that. But you been watching Hard Knocks, Detroit Lions?
Yeah, I did. I did.
All right, so Dan Campbell won me over, man. I was already a Dan Campbell fan anyway. I like how hard they played. I won a lot of money off the Lions last year too, by the way. But
Yeah,
they lost a lot of games by single digits and
that was
one
great.
touchdown. I'm a Dan Campbell fan, and I'm willing to go this far. You can talk me off the ledge if you want to. I'm willing to go this far. They have entered the conversation for me to win that division.
No, no, sir. Let's back that up. I can't let you do that, man.
Talk me out of it.
Let you do that, man. Bring you back to the light.
Talk me out of it.
Still got Jared Goff at quarterback.
I'm with you, but talk me out of it.
Got Jared Goff at quarterback.
Okay.
Right? And defense, right? Let's come on, man. Let's
So let's start with who you have winning. Who do you have to win the division?
Dude, this is how I talk to you, right? I had to talk to you in this, man. I hear what you're saying about got them winning the division.
Uh-huh.
Did you bet money on that?
See, that's that. So when I say actually say winning the division, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about money. I said I'm thinking through it. The thought before the preseason and before we watch a Hard Knocks, it wasn't even a thought. I was like third or fourth in the division. But now when I look at it, Minnesota doesn't scare me. The Green Bay Packers without Devontae Adams, they don't scare me. And when I watched them play on the field last year, the Lions were in those games.
I hear what you're saying. You're still talking about Aaron Rodgers. Still talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
When you watch Hard Knocks, right, you can hear offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator going back and forth.
Yeah, dude.
About which team having the better practice or whatever, right?
I love that too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it's different. It's a different take on how their relationship or just relationship with coaches, but the defense didn't look too good.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Just saying,
I can't say last year's defense actually did.
Last year's defense, right? But I'm talking like, you said one episode or not. I wasn't impressed. All the backstories and all the relationship and all that's great. We talking about play on the field.
Mm-hmm.
That part, right? That's what matters when it comes down to it. And like I said, man,
yeah, I gotta make so obviously before the first snap of the season, I gotta put everything in, and obviously I'm going out to Vegas on the 26th, but I gotta put it in by then.
Yeah, so that part, right? I ain't got to do much talking, man. Once you, like I said, when it comes for you to bet against your own team, that lets me know where your heart is. That lets me know what's really good. So when it comes to talking, then you have to discuss in financial terms.
Right. So my heart is here though. If I lose money and they make the playoffs and they win the division, listen, that's money well spent for me. I am good.
But are you gonna put money down the Lions off of one for the Hard Knocks?
Let's say let's say that for the next episode. I got some more observing to do.
Yeah, you got about 3 more episodes.
I got 3 more episodes. I got some more observing to do. Because again, when I'm banking off, it's bigger than just Hard Knocks and Dan Campbell's style of I'm the motivator speaking type guys. I like Dan Campbell's approach, but I'm banking off of what I saw last year. Like there were games that I bet on that I saw like immediately. I was like, "There's no way that Minnesota's going to beat them by more than 10."
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, right? Listen, I like where the Lions are going, and there's some teams in that division. The Bears definitely don't scare me. Devontae Adams ain't there. Aaron Rodgers throwing to me and you. You on the left side, I'm on the right side. Now I know Aaron Rodgers can make us look like all pros. I get it.
That part.
But listen, don't scare me.
He ain't gotta scare you. But I promise you, he gonna win them games. He gonna win them games.
He be out. He gonna win some games.
He gonna throw me and you open. That's all that matters, right? Where other people can't throw me and you open, he gonna make it happen. That's all I'm saying, man. Like I can't bet against him. All I'm saying.
So you got Packers winning the division or Vikings?
If somebody does something otherwise, absolutely.
You got Vikings, okay. And
No. I got Packers.
You got Packers. You got Vikings winning second? Or has it been second?
Yes.
And then you got Lions third?
No.
Oh, you got them four. And you got Bears winning. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. I can't argue with that.
Hey man, how many y'all whatever you got lately, guy? Like I don't see any additions or subtractions for the Packers that knocks them off. Monte Adams is a big loss. Got that.
Big loss.
I still got faith in AR12 to figure that out.
Well, Green Bay apparently does too to let Adams walk out the door. So
Right.
I agree with you.
And they paid the dude $450 million, so he's gonna have to do something, right? He obviously did something right. So I got faith in him to get it done. Kirk Cousins is always gonna be steady. He's always gonna be consistently inconsistent.
He can win games.
He's gonna get you up there. You're gonna be 8-8, 8-7. And like, what if you just would have threw one more game? You'd have one more good game instead of one more bad.
To that prime time game that's been flexed in, and he's like, Kirk did it again.
He ain't do very well. He doesn't do right on the bright light.
All right, so let's go to AFC East. We agree Buffalo's gonna win that division.
Yes.
All right. As the time passed, the Patriots, are they third or fourth?
They look good last year.
Oh no, good where? Last year, you said?
Yeah.
Now they said Mac Jones, there's been a lot of talk about him struggling and
Man, that's what they expect.
And they truly don't have an offensive coordinator right now still.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think that's possibly going to show on the field. I got Buffalo first, Miami second, and I got Patriots third.
Are we sure got that much of an impact?
Yeah. Yep. That's what I got.
I mean, yeah, I can see it because nobody expected the Patriots to do what they did last year anyway.
Right.
And like you said, always a second year is going to be a fluke. Or it's not necessarily a fluke, but you expect to hit a wall, right? You expect to hit a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it, although if Miami continued to struggle, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like who would get hurt, prone to be a problem. So,
yeah.
I wish an injury on my guy. I want to see him succeed, but just not in the cards. Some people are just injury prone and some are not. He appears to be injured.
Yeah. I'm with you. So AFC West, I wanna see if I can talk you off the Kansas City ledge.
Okay.
I can't. Obviously I keep, and I'm backing off of it a little bit. Again, I reserve the right to change and waffle until the money goes in. When the money goes in, I can't back off of it. And I promise to reveal to you every single division that I officially put money in.
I'm sorry for laughing, man, but that you had that legal terminology.
I reserve the right. Yeah. Reserve the right. Until the money's in, I can't change anything, right?
Right.
But the Broncos is who I originally said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowly but surely coming around to the Raiders. And here's the reason why.
Raiders?
I'm slowly but surely, but here's the reason why. There's not a linebacker in the league right now that can even think about guarding Waller. Not even close. Right? Mm-hmm. We know single coverage doesn't fare well when you try to come at Adams with just single coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got my man from Clemson playing the slot position. He works that middle and that under routes better than probably anybody in the league right now. That was like that Wes Welker, Edelman,
Renfro?
Winfro, yeah. That's going to be a nightmare. If they get that running game going, I'm not worried about Kansas City's defense. Kansas
Mhm.
City going to have to outscore the Raiders.
Mhm.
Not worried about them. And we've already saw where the Raiders have their number.
Right.
We know that. There's no Tyrann Mathieu walking through that door in that safety, that defensive backfield for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's gonna hurt.
I don't think that defense got much better, to be honest. I'm not convinced of that. And they lost, just like Packers, probably the most prolific weapon that you can possibly have on any offense in the league. So I present those as evidence, and I ask you to analyze that and talk me into why you would go with the Raiders versus the Chiefs.
I wouldn't go with the Raiders versus Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs. Like Tyreek Hill is a freak of nature, and that is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Defensively, Tyrann Mathieu is gonna hurt Kansas City's defense. I
Yep.
got it. No argument there. However, Patrick Mahomes is still the quarterback, and Travis Kelce is still a major weapon when it comes to moving the chains.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say Kansas City might not score off the big play,
Mm.
right? They still have the pieces to most likely move the ball down, right? Raiders offensively, they got better with the addition of Adam. That is a fact, right? But what we're going to see when it comes to the Raiders offense, we're going to find out was it Adams making Aaron Rodgers look great, or did Aaron Rodgers make Adams?
That's fair. That's
What
fair.
I find out is Eric Carr has the ability to get the same production out of Aaron Rodgers. He cannot, right? And now you got Waller on one side and Devontae on the other. You're going to go with Waller because he is the more familiar. Like from a defensive standpoint, right? You would scheme for Waller.
Mm-hmm. You have to.
He's more familiar, and Derek Carr would probably go to him as the number one option, opposed to. That being said, they're gonna have to figure it out. This year, they may or may not figure that out in time enough to overtake Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's my.
I agree with that.
Um, do they have the pieces? Do they have on paper? Yes, they have the ability on paper to beat Tennessee. Can they put it together on the field?
I want to get your reaction on something. I just want to see if you're gonna laugh or what your reaction is gonna be. They asked Devontae Adams, did he have any concerns with the change of quarterback? And he said, "What do I have to be concerned about? I went from one Hall of Fame quarterback to the next."
What was he supposed to say? Like, and here's the thing about media, man. Y'all ask these questions like you supposed to answer this dude. Like, what was he supposed to say?
Right, right.
Aaron Rodgers is a great guy, and hopefully Derek Carr can be just as great. No, that's not what you're supposed to say.
Huh. He went to the next Hall of Fame quarterback.
That's right. Like, what are you supposed to say in that situation?
Right, right.
Like, I don't like. Oh, man, I tell you, like, come on, man. I wish I could be a journalist. Let me ask some questions, man. We be in the room.
Okay, answer something that somebody got to really answer.
Yeah, man. Let me get the first question. Let me set the mood for this
Right.
whole interview. Right, and I would ask a hard hitting question off of something that happened on the field.
Right.
Again, hey man, it was first and 10 or whatever, and you dropped the ball and you did this. What was your thought process in that moment? What happened? Keep on the field, man. Let's not forget to.
I do want to. So when I first saw the post, the internet is undefeated. So they showed a picture before I saw the actual words. I saw a picture of it was like a GIF of Aaron Rodgers laughing, and then it went into what I just said that they asked Adams, but then it showed Aaron Rodgers laughing. I thought it was funny.
What was he supposed to say in that moment?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Derek Carr may not be as good as Aaron Rodgers, but we're gonna make it work. What? Bravo, man. That's called media savvy right there.
Any concern of the Rams?
Age and injury.
You got them. Well, they got the number one injury they got right now is I think the Rams are being mum about it, and not really revealing it. Is the boy got an elbow injury and is throwing on Stafford
Is it his elbow? I heard his shoulder was still acting up too.
elbow.
Mm. I mean, yeah, he's Stafford at this point though. He's old. He can't do no wrong.
Yeah, you have them repeating winning the division.
Nah.
Or you have winning that division.
There's where you go see some movement. There's where you might see some movement. I feel like I don't. I'm concerned with Stafford's ability to play.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense for me.
Mm. Who's the quarterback you with Stafford being hurt outside of Stafford? Who's the quarterback that you have the most confidence in that division? You got Murray, you got Trey Lance, and then we don't even need to talk about Geno Smith. So it really comes down to those two I just said.
So I mean, like after what the offseason that Murray had, like he has to do, right? And then they got Hard Knocks in season is in Arizona.
Mm.
Talking about a major spotlight. Talking about it every week. Somebody gonna be in your business
So you know
all week long.
you know the impact for that. I mean, you talked about this. His record in the second half of the season,
Mm-hmm. That part.
and now he's playing. He's going to be in the middle of that when Hard Knock starts. That's going to be interesting.
Rooting on the eyeballs gonna be on him.
We might see my man limping into the meat room every single Hard Knock episode.
Nah, no, that's how they do TV, man. It's all camera. They're gonna put him in a light where it's gonna just be. I mean, they're gonna if he struggles, they're gonna obviously have his struggles, but they're gonna have something to blame it on. Stub toe,
Right.
damn finger, something. It's gonna be something to justify why he's or why he's performing the way.
And what's name should be coming back about that time, right? Wide receiver.
Yeah, he should be back
Around
somewhere. That's gonna be interesting. I want to see how they do the first half.
the first half of the season.
Yeah, like they always do well, and
Yeah.
then they fall to the end. So if they could just maintain it, I think the addition of not Fitzgerald, Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins coming
Mm.
back, give them that boost they need for the middle of the season to push on a little further. Hopefully it works out that way.
AJ Green got to play better.
Thanks. Again, man, talking about age though.
Oh, I know, but yeah, I mean, if they need him right now because
He's more of a possession guy now. He's not the
right.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man, to see how this folds out. But think of another division. Who do you? What's another interest? What's another division you got of interest that you?
Well, I'm sitting here in the Commanders t-shirt. You know what I mean, so I'm always going to be interested in how we perform in the NFC East.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I say I listen. I want to be wrong. Anytime I don't care if it's an individual game, and I don't care if it's the win the division. I'm okay with being wrong when I bet against them and they win games, or they win the division, whatever else. I'm completely fine with that. Obviously, I only go off of numbers and what I see and
Gotcha.
analyze the game. But I listen. I want Carson Wentz. If he can be an MVP candidate this year, let's do that. I'm all for that. Let's go.
And if he can do 27-7, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Good shape. You do 30-10, right? I'm fine with that too. I think our defense, once healthy, is solid. Obviously, you take pro injuries, so that always changes the narrative.
He just got to stay away from them games where he throwing 3 interceptions in the same game, trying to do too much and all that.
And it's on coaching. That's on purpose.
He's got a coach over there that ain't gonna stand for all that crazy stuff. I can tell you that right now.
You also got a coach that's run first. So you understand you can throw the football, and you may need to throw the football. However, um, a run game is where we start.
One thing scary me about that coaching staff, he think we got a coach on the coaching staff without saying names that thought the January 6th was a peaceful gathering. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
The sad part is he got to keep his job.
Yeah.
You know? Double standard is my team, man. And I totally, I mean, I understand you find them and you went through all that, culture, and whatever that looks like. Watching the NFL, man, you gotta pretty much like the Congress to get you out the league.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, what else you got for me, man, before we close out, man?
And we got to talk about these sons, bro. We got to talk about the James boy.
Which one? Who?
Both of them.
Oh, yeah. What you got?
Man, these you know your boys started 8 inches and over something.
Yeah.
5'8", 6'6".
Look good on the court together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here's the thing, ain't. There's a good possibility, man. You might be seeing that in the league.
Listen, I was telling my son, I was like, look, man, as much as Bronny's got a polished game, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything, but what I've been hearing is just with my own eyes before I even heard it from the scouts. Bryce, that's the real deal. I like he got the court vision. He's not as athletic as Bronny, but that'll come over time. But he got that polished post game and back to the basket, got the fadeaway, the three. Yeah, I like that.
So what you're gonna see is you're gonna find out just how close they are as brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, Bronny go to school first, and he's gonna try to leave the first year to with his dad, but it doesn't pan out because Bryce goes to school with Bronny does.
Yeah.
And you can run through a college schedule together, right? And that worked out. And because the sad part is they can't, when it comes to the NBA, they can't necessarily control their destiny in that aspect.
Uh huh.
All together, want to get you out somewhere else. If their goal is to stay together as brothers, right? They would have to find a way to make that happen.
Right.
Dad could stick around for that extra year with both his sons. That would be that's going to take me as a fan. Obviously, they can go to the same school together and make that happen.
You think Bronny's gonna? I've been throwing this out. I haven't heard it from anywhere else. I'm just throwing it as a possibility. Do you think it's a possibility that he'll go the G League route, like play the kind of skip the whole college thing? And
He could, but
I think it's a risk with that too, though.
well, I think financially it probably wouldn't be better.
Right.
Because you can go to college now and get an NIL deal.
That's true too. Yeah.
Right? You can make NBA salary money off NIL.
And because he's LeBron James' son, not just because of that, but because of that, in addition to the fact he can play, he'll get a nice side. I mean, he'll have people begging to
kick out. Ohio State.
Yeah.
That's if you go home to Ohio State.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had a world his fingertips at that point.
Yep, I agree.
Do it for a year. You do it for 2 years to play with his brother. Get his brother into Ohio State. Like Ohio State is going to be they're set up right now to be a major player. both of them cats in the coming years.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it plays out, man. This is how it plays out. I also seen there's another player's son that's coming up doing.
Who's that?
Late his dad, Melo's son.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping tab. Yeah, you're right. He can go.
Fill it up too, and he's been in the gym with his dad doing. Dad been giving him some moves. So
yeah, that's another one to follow. You're right. I follow Lala, of course, and then so I've been seeing it from both sides of the family. But yeah, He looks good, man.
He's up there. He's long and lengthy, but styles will come with. Well, I'm sorry, bulk will come with age.
Yeah, it fell out.
All right, you're gonna fill out just fine. It's good to see these cats, man. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how they develop and what their future holds for the fan in this world.
Yeah. Before I let you go, man, phone ring from Boston. I mean, from Brooklyn yet? Or
You know what? The voicemail I had, it wasn't something in that. But I always thought the franchise. See what it just was if he wanted to come back on. The whole squad, Maryland boys together.
hey,
We can get down there, man. I've been on my cardio pretty heavy lately, man. So I feel like I can make some things happen.
you can give some good minutes.
Got a good 3, 4 minutes in me, dog. I can
Yeah.
right happen.
Yeah. Just go ahead, sleep in that corner. So when
Yeah,
KD
man.
draw 2 or 3, you in the corner.
I catch and shoot. I'm ready, bro. I get my PJ Tucker on right now. I can get that PJ Tucker on right now.
Yeah, man. I listen. So similar to the Deshaun Watson thing, man. I'm just on wait and see. I kind of tuned out on the noise and the speculation. In fact, that all that stuff's died down now. Like you ain't hear nothing. I heard about Kyrie. I heard about KD.
I'm over the chatter at this point. A lot of talk. You understand? You got to feel the airtime. At this point, yeah, I'm done with it.
Yeah,
I'm glad PTI is on a hiatus. I ain't watched Sports Center and now.
right.
Enjoying life, man. Enjoying life.
Yeah. What you got, man? Closes out.
You know, I sit here in my Washington Commanders, man. Appreciate it. Hey, uh, once again, shout outs to Appliance Medic and
Mhm.
their face consulting, sponsorship, man. Be sure to reach out to them if you need what they provide. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Those of you that are checking in on us in that arena. Again, we got merch coming soon. Merch coming soon.
You already got the slogan on one of them. He can win you some games.
Win some games, and that's it. Win some games. Don't worry about it. uh, oh yeah, we got a fantasy football league kicking off here pretty soon too.
Yes, we do, man. Who's the champion last year?
I don't know. I wasn't a part of it last year, but
Oh,
I was a champ 2 years ago.
oh yeah, you was.
I don't want to bring that up.
I won 2 leagues last year.
So I'm looking forward to getting back in the winning circle again this year.
Get it. Get it.
But outside of that, man, it's been great chopping it up. I look forward to chopping it up with you again. Episode 27. So start thinking now about your jersey.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Come to mind already. We gonna let that fest the next time.
I'll let you know what the Lions say when I think about the Lions next week too.
So yeah, I want to know so when's the deadline? So I'll be checking in.
August 26th. That's the deadline.
Oh, so you got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Right.
I'll let you think about it for a little while, but I'm definitely gonna check in with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be firm with it too. I'll be firm, like
I mean, yeah, once the bet go in, you ain't got no choice. But you know what I'm saying?
But to watch it unfold.
Yeah, but that's it. So, I got a strong feeling you won't come back.
It's a strong feeling.
I got a strong feeling you come back. A couple more episodes of Hard Knocks, man. You're gonna be like, yeah, they ain't ready yet.
Hey, listen, I got to see I haven't seen the Packers. I got to see a little bit of the Packers on that side yet. I hadn't really fully seen them yet. So,
Man, they got some game on tape somewhere you can check out.
oh yeah, I watched them choke down the stretch. You're right. I watched. I watched.
And the sad part, man, is I sit here and watch my Commanders yesterday. Like I was tuned in. I was like, 3-0 first series. Fumble in the second series. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't go down and score. I was like, as always, we are our own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Turnovers, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited about the football.
Yeah, it's here, man. Every week we get to talk about it.
Oh, had to let you go, man. That time.
I'll let you get to it, man.
You said it, brother. Till next time, man. Peace.
Peace.